9 Haunted Places in California. San Diego, California. The Whaley House. In its history, it served as the town courthouse, a general store, a theater, a morgue, and a granary. It was also home to Thomas Whaley and his family, many of whom are said to be haunting the old mansion since their demise. Whether it was the gruesome suicide of the Whaley daughter, Violet, or the many hangings that occurred on the property's grounds before the family bought it, visitors allege hearing heavy footsteps moving about the house when no one was in sight. Other strange events include sightings of Thomas Whaley standing at the top of the stairs and a floating apparition in the downstairs rooms, among other events. San Francisco, California. Alcatraz. The famous maximum security prison located in the San Francisco Bay, Alcatraz Federal Penitentiary, earned a reputation as one of the most brutal and inhumane prisons in the country during its heyday. Inexplicable events like the sound of someone playing the banjo spooked prison guards and visitors alike. Many believe this to be the spirit of Al Capone, who spent his last days at the prison playing the banjo in the shower room to avoid being killed in the yard. The smell of smoke, the sound of cell doors slamming, disembodied voices moaning and screams have all been reported. Crescent City, California. Battery Point Lighthouse. This iconic lighthouse in Crescent City, California was built in 1856, and although it survived the tsunami of 1964 that devastated this Northern California city, there have been numerous reports of strange and eerie occurrences. Lighthouse workers and guests say that they have heard what sounded like someone wearing large boots stomping around. There have also been reports of items moving, cold spots, and the feeling that someone was touching them when no one was there. Long Beach, California. The Queen Mary. Permanently docked in Long Beach, the Queen Mary was once a luxury ocean liner and a World War II ferry ship. She sailed from 1936 to 1967, and today those who visit can enjoy the ship's museum, a hotel, and any of several restaurants. Here, it's not unusual to hear the sounds of ghostly children, and if you wander into cabin B340, you may just have an encounter with the spirit of the murder victim who has not moved on to the next world. Also, be on the lookout for the lady in white who makes numerous appearances when folks least expect it, and the lingering spirit of a sailor who was killed in the engine room during a horrible accident. San Diego, California. The Hotel del Coronado. A legendary hotel that's been hosting guests since 1888. But the one that's most interesting to ghost hunters is the story of a young bride named Kate Morgan who checked into the hotel in 1892 and never checked out. Well, not officially. She was found dead on the hotel steps days after, and that's where the real trouble began. Today, those who check into Kate's room, which is now room 3312, have had spooky experiences, to say the least. Curtains blowing even though the windows are closed, objects moved by unseen hands, murmuring sounds, and even sightings of Kate walking down the hallways and peering out the windows have all been reported. Lompoc, California. La Purísima Mission. La Purísima, which ironically means the purest in Spanish, is said to be haunted by the spirits of soldiers and Native Americans of the Chumash tribe, who had a particularly bloody battle in 1824. Several volunteers and docents have reported strange sightings, feelings, and sensations while working at the mission. Sensations of extreme coldness, the feeling of being watched, and hot spots that appear on infrared cameras are just a handful of the paranormal reportings from this mission. Moss Beach, California. Moss Beach Distillery. This restaurant perched on a cliff is also haunted by the famous Blue Lady ghost, which was a young woman often dressed in blue, with a man with who she was having an affair with. But one day, she was reportedly murdered here while walking on the beach with him. The man was assaulted as well but survived. Her spirit is still thought to hang around the building, looking for her lover and to relive the old speakeasy days. Since the time of her death, All kinds of strange events have happened that cannot be explained. People have reported seeing checkbooks levitate, and even young children have seen apparitions. In fact, Blue Lady was even featured in an episode of Unsolved Mysteries. Eureka, California. Fort Humboldt State Historic Park. The old Army grounds of Fort Humboldt aren't just for history buffs. This now state park just south of Eureka also has plenty of paranormal stories to tell. Several visitors have reported seeing the ghost of an old commander, who died of malaria in 1859, staring out the window of an old hospital building. Others have sworn they've heard eerie sounds of heavy objects being dragged across the ground, and have seen lights turn on and off late at night. Ione, California. Preston Castle. The castle has been rumored to be haunted, and several ghost hunters have made their way to investigate the numerous alleged sightings. The prominent ghost of Anna Corbin, the housekeeper, is said to roam the hallways and attempt to make contact with visitors. Amongst other interactions, many visitors have claimed to witness strange sights and sounds, such as slamming doors, objects falling on their own accord, distorted voices that give you the shivers, and physical contact with ghosts.